Trying not to lose my shit. I'm just trying not to lose my shit.
Link in the description and join our Discord channel today. Go ahead and be part of a community with awesome events, awesome people, and awesome content creators alike. And go ahead and support all content creators that are available in the EHG community and TemGameBoyz Discord channel. Also subscribe to the EHG community and TemGameBoyz to get notifications for new videos and future streams that are going to be coming up soon. Thank you very much. Welcome to another episode of TemGameBoyz. Me and Ribbon are back again. Alright, so we were just talking about like a whole bunch of con shit. Like every time we get into an episode, it's always like some crazy convention stories. And as I said, I can't wait to see what we will end up finding out at Hallmat. Because, you know, as I said, nice people over there, but then there is going to possibly be some bunnies. Oh, they died. But anyway, there's going to be some funny stuff going on, most likely. But yeah, so we were talking about the guy that was the PDF file over there. Talking about whole wheat peas. What else have you actually seen in the conventions?
Hallmat?
Or in general?
Oh god. I have an entire playlist. I used to do professional cosplayer nightmare playlist. And now it's just Plob playlist, but it covers, that and retail stories and fandom space and Plobs everywhere.
Yeah.
So another Hallmat one was we'll never get over this. We had people take fucking shrooms, which I'm not trying to shit on people that take shrooms. It's just, there's a time and a place, a dosage and stuff. They got super high. They were with our group, and they weren't with us. They just kind of joined us at one point. They had recognized me off TikTok, and they admitted that they had never done shrooms, and I'm like, maybe a large convention isn't the first place to try them. They'd never done any hallucinogenics at all. And they ended up taking them, and we basically had to babysit them. There was a point where they were rubbing up against walls and shit. And I understand it's a party con, people, play around and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. I've got pictures of me and a friend pretending I was in Mr. Compress and he was in Dobby, and we found a giant inflatable squirrel. I don't know what the fuck it was for, but it was just a random inflatable squirrel set up, and we are air humping it for a picture, making jokes. So it's one thing to play around, but there's a line, it's that friend that, and they were taking, oh gosh, they were people, I don't know, people would just want to mess with them or something.
More shrooms than Mario? Are we talking about that sense?
Oh god, it was so awkward. But they were walking around. This is a prime example why you should not, try new substances at cons. Maybe figure out, I'm not trying to shame, I don't do any of that, but I'm not trying to shame anybody for doing hallucinogenics, but maybe try them out in the privacy, of your own home, harm reduction. And they were walking around to different people's cosplays, and those videos of the people who will purposely say the wrong cosplay.
Yeah.
They'll come up, they'll be like, oh great, Howl's Moving Castle, and it'll be a fucking Lego man or some shit, right? It's they do it as a joke, people do it as a joke.
You're
they
cosplaying as
but they weren't joking, they were just fucking high.
You're cosplaying as
so
SpongeBob Box Pants. Yeah, you're cosplaying.
They were so high. They were just not understanding what people. There was a guy who was Mario, and God, they said they thought he was Chef Boyardee. Was straight up. That's how messed up they were. And it's oh my god. And I thought most people were okay, this is just a weirdo, but a couple people took offense. They thought just in those videos where people were doing it as a joke, these people were actually doing it, and then people were taking offense because they thought their cosplay was bad and wasn't recognizable. And I'm no, I promise you're recognizable. It's just they're not.
Yeah, it's so it's
I love the design on this.
Okay.
I said I love the design on this.
This level right here. It's actually
Yo, what did you just say?
on the level, on this level right here.
No, before that. I said I love this, and you made a noise.
No, on this level right here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that maybe is why, cause like I have to like move a little bit closer to my mic, so that's why I'm probably cutting in and out.
Okay, sorry. It just sounded like you made a random noise, and I'm like, are you good?
Sometimes Discord does that. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh, so random, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be Discord.
And I was so confused. I was like, ooh, okay, we're just gonna slide past that noise you made.
Yeah, sorry about that. That's of course that's a Discord. But as I said, what I'm like sometimes like, because I had like the worst moment at MomoCon thanks to my fucking friend Arch being a dick. Thank you, Arch, for that. I appreciate that very much. So they're trying, like there was a thing where I was doing Steve from Minecraft, right? Everybody was taking pictures of Steve, like wanted pictures of me and everything. And then this one guy wanted me to sing the Lava Chicken song. So I note that I didn't.
Oh Lord! If you want that sang, I can call my kid in here.
Yeah, like note that I did not know the song because of the simple fact that I never watched the movie. I was just dressing up as Steve. That's all I was doing.
Game fan. I have similar issues with Danganronpa because I played the game and I've never watched the anime. Same thing with League of Legends and Arcana, and I get a lot of crap for stuff like that because I don't know references from the shows. I've just played the games.
Yeah, but I even told him, like, because like you said, dude, if you're gonna go out there, you're gonna have to learn the Lava Chicken song. I'm like, bro, like I don't know the movie. Like I don't know the movie at all. Like I'm like, are you gonna go ahead and like I'm just most likely it's not that big of a deal. So I'm like, yeah, it's not even that crazy of a deal. No problem. But when I said that, at one point there was a guy asking me for the Lava Chicken song. One, I cannot sing for the love of me. And then like my guy Arch literally just put me on blast. I was like, bro, you really fucked me over. I was like, I am never doing Steve ever again. I'm like that's how bad he did it. And then like he keeps making jokes about it. So I know for a fact that like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely not doing it ever again. And then like he didn't intentionally try to go ahead and embarrass me, but like he doesn't realize that he did. I was like, yeah, dude, you embarrassed me majorly. He's like, dude, I'm so sorry. He's like, it's no problem. But yeah, that's why I have stopped doing things like cosplaying as a Steve. I will never be Steve ever again.
Yeah, there's certain cosplays I will never do again, just like from bad experiences and stuff. And it's not that I have a problem with cosplay. Like I'll still do them at like small stuff, but like I will not take them to cons because of how people react. I used to do this. I used to do Sexy Jutsu Naruto, and I had like the bikini with the clouds glued to it and stuff. I had way too many motherfuckers try to like pull the clouds off to see if like I had something. Obviously I have something on underneath. What did you think? I like super glued the clouds to my body or something? Like I have a bikini underneath, and just I will not take that to a con anymore. Because people act just like creeps.
No,
and it's not just me. I know so many people who cosplay as Sexy Jutsu Naruto with the clouds and get crap.
I completely understand that reasoning. Like 100%. Like if you feel uncomfortable with that, now you don't want to do that no more. That's fine. And I think like some people once again don't seem to get it. It's like, hey, yeah, you're not supposed to be doing that without permission. You're not supposed to be doing that any type of way. Like,
oh, speaking of permission, I have something really funny to read off to you. So backstory before I read you the screenshot of what I ended up saying to this guy. Had a guy from the gym add me. I don't even know, like...
How recent was this?
This happened today. So this happened today.
Okay.
I don't know how he found me, right? Because, like, he saw me in the gym, and I saw this guy looking at me. So he added me, like, a week ago, but, this event happened today. I almost forgot. I've got a screenshot. So, he kept looking at me in the gym, and I thought he was like looking at me because I don't do workouts technically the proper way, because I have that spinal injury and the hip injury from the army. I have to adjust how I do my workouts. Like if I'm on a machine, and I work a lot of upper body strength and stuff because I have the lower body issues. You know, it helps me a lot to have that upper body strength. And I work the muscles around my injuries to strengthen my stability, right? And then he ends up like adding me on Snapchat. I have no idea how he found me. It was so weird because I'm like, how does a stranger? He didn't even talk to me or anything, but he found me. He messages me, and he had seen a story that I posted that was an OF stuff. And because that's mostly what I use Snap for. And so he messaged me responding to it and was like, "Oh, do you dominate men?" And I was like, "Yes." I mean, that's why I have a tattoo on me. Like, a pretty standard question. It didn't come off pervy because, once again, the context. That's why I wanted to make sure that context is there. Didn't come off pervy or anything at first. Just a standard question, which a lot of people ask when they see any kind of spicy stuff. They'll be like, "Hey, you know, what kind of stuff you do, right?" I said yes, and then he was like, "Do you have a submissive preference?" And I gave a pretty standard answer. I was like, or he said, "Do I have any submissive?" That's what it was. He asked if I had any submissive. And I said, or something about the standards, what it was. I can't remember the exact one, because it starts off with my first response. And I said, "Yeah, I just, you know, I don't have a full preference. I just prefer they have common sense because that can't be taught. Like, I don't care if somebody's a newbie or anything like that, whether you're new or experienced. I just need you to have common sense because I can't really teach you that, right?" He then responds with this nasty message. Hold on. That is very obvious. So there are guys, and there are women who'll do this too. So gentlemen, look out, because this is something that happens to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Who, if they have fetishes, they will send you what appears to the naked eye to be just like a weird fucking message, right? And what it is they're getting off to it, right? So he sends this message that says, "Gotcha. What if you caught one of them playing with their..." And so I knew immediately. I was like, "Oh, this fucking meathead," because he sends, for the last week, he's been sending these weird like thirst trap Snapchats, because he's muscular, and it's like, okay, you look like every other guy at the gym, like nothing special here. I don't know why you're doing this. Very conceited, very egotistical. You can tell, even though we haven't had a lot of conversation. He kept also calling me babe, which pissed me off, because you don't know me. Like, this is weird. But and then you can tell it's a group one. So you know how like guys will take like a picture and then send it to like 50 women, and it's very obvious you're very standard, right? He says that, and I'm like, I immediately clocked that what he was doing. He was trying to basically unconsensually sext with me. He was trying to trying to say something that would arouse his fetish, which, like I said, there are men and women who do this because they get off on it, on somebody who's not consenting. And so this is my response, and he blocked me after this. I said, "I'd be more concerned with the immaturity and lack of education on kink dynamics some people have that make them think that trying to message a professional dominatrix that they have no prior agreement or dynamic with so they can jerk it to the reaction is okay. Honestly, I find men that do this typically aren't just lacking in mental capacity to think that I wouldn't know what they were doing with those messages, but also that even kinky, they aren't even kinky, they're just boring, basic vanilla with a little sprinkles."
Oh.
He blocked me.
All right. Let me put this in a perspective here, okay? And put this on a perspective. All right. So, I am a guy who peruses in some of buying some content. All right. There are some people. There are some women, and there are some men that are willing to go, that have like lists, and especially with me, I also edit certain content from that as well. Like, I edit some people's videos and stuff like that here and there. And
off topic, do you do that for hire? Because, dear God, I can't edit my own stuff. I know this is like a really weird question to be asking.
I actually do. I actually do it for like literally editing based on how long it is. I do it for like chump change. So like,
Okay, I full disclaimer, I don't edit like anything with that stuff because I feel weird watching myself back. So I literally record and then just fucking post or send it. And I have a lot of people that love my content because of that, because it is very natural, very like real. There's no, because I can't edit. It's not just I can't edit, like I can't edit that content in particular because I feel so cringy watching myself.
fair enough. As I said, like that's only if you feel comfortable with me doing so. As I said, with that, as I said, I always tell people, I'm like, if you don't feel comfortable in doing so, just let me know. If you don't feel comfortable in any type of way of me editing like your videos, you want to keep that to yourself, perfectly fine. As I said, I do it because of the fact that I'm in the Florida area. A lot of people do it out here, and that's a lot of money. It's good money. And as I said, for me, especially for some of the stuff like where I go ahead, I buy some people's content because some of them are actually people that I know, and you know, with them sometimes.
Bro, you ain't gonna feel shame. I'm on there, and most people try to make a burner account if they're gonna follow people if they make content so people don't know. I don't. I have got mutuals that I pay for their content.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's not a bad thing. Like I'm saying this in regards to the fact that there are some people that are willing to be able to do content for you if you talk to them, be polite about it, and just be overall natural. It's
I do custom videos. Most of my stuff is custom videos. I only have an actual video up like 2 or 3 times a month, which is why my monthly subscription is so low. Is because I only post a couple times a month. But I do also do Snap. So what I do is for that Snapchat, and I know I need to make like a separate one for personal stuff, but for that Snapchat, what happens is if you join the OF or the Fans League, I tell them, hey, because both sites have gotten really restrictive with like words you can use and all this crap. And so I tell them, hey, add me on Snapchat, send me a screenshot of your subscription. And then what I do is like every day or even like, every other day or so, I send like clips and pictures and stuff on there. And I don't charge for chats. As long as it's not like, oh, you want to section off, like if you want to section off and have this like 30-minute conversation or something. But if it's just like a random chat throughout the day or something, a message, and it's not timely, I include chats. I don't charge for chats. I understand that there are people that do. And I'm not shaming people that do. I don't feel like I should be charging per message. For people, I don't feel like I'm, I guess the big ones do and stuff. Well, of course, the big ones, you're not talking to the girl, you're talking to a chat, person. That's the whole job that people have. Yeah. But that's actually, a bunch of OF users are being sued for that, too, because they didn't disclose that they weren't talking to the actual girl. And now, like, people are mad about it because they paid all this money for these chats. And I'm like, I don't charge for chats, but it's also just me, so, like, it takes me a bit, right, to respond. That's why the only thing I'll charge for is, like, if somebody wants, like, 30 minutes or something, then I section that off and they have my full attention and whatnot. But, this was just a guy at the gym. He was fully aware that I did OF. He didn't want to pay for it. Like, oh, God, you for $10 that you want to, like, try to unconsensually have this thing.
Yeah, don't ask for free OF only unless they give you the free OF. Like OF is.
Right, look, I've got mutuals. I've been like free trial links and stuff where we'll like promote each other. Because that's one thing that's super frustrating. Is if you want to like have your content boosted on OF or Famously, people have to like and comment on stuff. I'm going to embarrass you. I'll have people message me, be like, "Oh, I loved your recent video." Okay, then why did you like it? Hit the like button.
Yeah, it's
leave a comment, something.
Yeah, it's even to the point where it's like I said, even some of them have free pages, and then you just pay for like photos and stuff like that. And that's the reason why they have like those prices.
I had the free one, and that's the one that got hacked, and that's why I don't have the free one anymore. Yeah. Plus, most people preferred to pay. Like, I didn't make a lot on that page because most people preferred to pay the $10 a month and then get to see everything all the time instead of having to buy unique people.
Yeah. Like I said, people are willing to go ahead and even talk about it, even to a point where they're like, hey, you know what? Do you want some? Like even some of them come up with deals. Like, you know, like there is no problem with that. That's if they're comfortable.
Yeah, when I was going to Orlando, the week before, I put out that I was doing like 10% off all of my custom videos for that reason.
Mm. Oh, I want you to guess who this is. Watch. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
It looks like a basketball. Oh! Assassin's Creed. Immediately recognize the outfit.
Well, no.
Am I wrong? Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. He's turning. Sorry. Oh, it's God. Oops. I said it's God.
Oh boy. You're gonna get a lot of people in the fandom. It's like, no, she did not say that.
Not God.
Got.
So I thought it was Assassin's Creed because I just saw the bottom part.
Yeah.
And then I don't know why I said God. My brain glitched out.
It's God of War. It is God of War. So.
I don't know why. I meant to say the God of War, and my brain just said it's God.
Yeah, it's God. Technically, it's not wrong. Like if it's God, but you know. But yeah, but
I saw the stars, but recognize it because at first I just saw the outfit, and that outfit does look similar to one of the Assassin's Creed. So
it does. I remember one of the actual outfits for it. But yes, but actually,
yeah,
no.
I can't remember which Assassin's Creed it is, but there's a very similar one with the white hoodie and everything. Well, not white, the white hood and all that.
I believe that's the first one. But
no, this is one of the more recent ones that I'm thinking of. You're right, there's a white one in the first one, but this is it's one of the ones that's available on the Switch. Like my husband's really into
is it Mirage or Origins?
It might be Origins I'm thinking of.
Probably Origins, yeah. But no, it is God of War. So we got God of War here, and we got like a whole thing here with that. But oh, you saw the cheese thing?
Yeah.
That was one of
Ratatouille.
Yeah, that was one of the first levels that we did for last episode.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I turned into a mouse.
God of War.
Yeah, Bot of War. So I love this game because it's very, very creative. It's very creative with the
Yeah.
with
the references.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah. So as I said, guys, just with the OF stuff, if you want content from OF people or people who do OF, please be fucking polite with it. Like some of them will actually go to a point where they even be like, hey, I don't have enough money for this, or are like, this is all I have. Some of them will give you a discount just for the hell of it because they're very nice people and they understand. But don't take that shit for granted. That shit is wrong. You know that. Like I said, but some people don't want to seem to understand that. Some people don't ever seem to understand that for some reason. But they'll get over it. Oh, there you go.
Right.
Yeah, they'll get over it. But
It was definitely... What the? Oh my god.
What happened?
Oh my gosh.
So what happened?
I just went to open a message and there's somebody messaged me pictures and was like, isn't this yours? So I'm not sure if you've seen in my videos, I have a Loungefly wall, right? Walls, because I've got over 100, so they're like hanging everywhere, right? Somebody just sent me a picture. There's somebody who's posted on Facebook Marketplace that they're selling Loungefly, except for it's a picture of my wall.
That is very weird.
He's scamming. Yeah, I'm going to look up the post and I'm clicking the post so that I can report it. Yeah, I was sitting in there like, hey, isn't this your wall? Because they can see my pop figures in the background. That's my wall. That's a scam. That's somebody trying to get money and then not actually sending it. I guarantee you they won't do in-person meetups. It's somebody that's definitely... Yeah, I'm looking at it. It says will ship.
Yeah, that's your stuff. That they're just scamming that. You might want to do a video on that.
Yeah.
Because did you get a video out on that?
Yeah, I'm
That-
definitely.
Yeah, it's easier to get out the video and then send it to me so I can repost it. That shit, you see that's the shit that pisses me off, especially when I'm a content creator, especially when I do things like I do the video editing. I do like things like, you know, make my own YouTube videos and stuff like that. Do my own digital artwork. Like everything you see on my channel is my own artwork. That's me. That's all my artwork. And then the only thing that is different is that when I do the work, like anything of like the thumbnails, I just grab like a picture of the game and I add it towards with like a little specialized thumbnail look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to do that to someone who is literally trying their best to go ahead and try to earn a living is exactly why I hate scammers. I like literally, if I see you scamming someone off majorly like that, then I personally would fight you, because it's like you're taking someone's money off their table, you're taking the food off their table, you're taking, you know, food off their child's plates or family's plate, and yeah, and then it's like you have the audacity to like just show your face with some artwork. Like there's a guy like that he's done artwork for people like I Show Speed and Kai Sanat, and the one that Speed got was from a guy who went ahead and ripped off his artwork, like literally took off his artwork. Now the artwork that he did, he's trying to get in contact with people like Kai Sanat and Speed. They're like, hey, yeah, they're messing up my thing right now. They're trying to go ahead and take all credit from me. Oh, it's a controller. There's your mini gander over here, giant snake. But yes. So when that happened, I was like, hey, you guys, like, I was like sharing the thing with him. I was like, yeah, you know, he's like, he stops because of the fact that he's like, yeah, people were taking my stuff. I'm done with them taking my stuff. I'm like, bro, don't quit. I'm like, don't quit. Just like,
Yeah. And I've dealt with content thieves. One of the people that has this whole video slandering me and stuff, because they got caught, they were going 2 years back on my page and then remaking every video I'd ever made, basically, because once it's 2 years out, it doesn't circulate anymore, right? And they even mutualed me.
really?
And yep, they mutualed me, and then I guess they thought I just wouldn't notice. Well, I did end up saying something to them because other people were noticing, and people were commenting and being like, hey, isn't this just the exact same video Ribbon made 2 years ago? Because we're in the same community. And they even messaged me right before they slandered me. They messaged me, and I screen recorded this so they couldn't say, oh, it was fake. I screen recorded me going into the TikTok app, me going into the messages and showing their messages.
Okay.
And they even, right before they did this whole video slandering me, is I had gotten a message from them saying, hey, people won't leave me alone about stealing your videos. Can you say something to your fans to like basically asking me to tell people to stop?
Like, no.
You know.
No, absolutely.
And when I didn't immediately respond, they then went and made this video, boo-hoo, being like, oh my gosh, Ribbon's a horrible person, blah, 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 and just like making up random shit, and like cropping stuff. They're the green dress person. Like they took this picture where I do professional cosplay. I was teaching. I did a tip series, which I stopped because I didn't have any more tips. They always claim that it's because of them, but I did a whole series teaching people how to apply, how to do your portfolio, different jobs you can do, because there's a spectrum. There's all kinds of different things you can do. You can work panels, you can work booths, you can work advertisement, and there's all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And despite the fact that I'm literally still on like game pages in cosplay, like for ads. Like the My Hero ad's gonna haunt me till the day I die. But because how cringy it is. But yeah, they like were like, oh, Ribbon doesn't make any of their cosplay because I found this on Amazon, and I was like, I do both. I've also been in a news article related to my seamstress work. Had an LLC. There's a whole news article about me doing 50 wedding dresses in like 3 months, and like I've done I've made costumes for Colonial Williamsburg. I've made costumes for different like smaller theme parks. I do weddings. I do quinceañera dresses. I do quinceañera dresses for the area. Like I do a lot of cosplay. I do make a lot of stuff, but I don't make everything, right? There's some stuff that I'm not gonna sit there. I just like a rave cosplay. If it's a rave cosplay, I've never made any of my rave cosplays. I just like to get random pieces to put together. Like my League of Legends one. But I had this dress that was gifted to me. Now, I did make my other princess dresses, including the one that I wear when I go to the children's hospital, and do the princess parties for free for them. But I had one that was gifted to me, and I had to take the back out and put in a bigger one because it was too small, right? It was only a couple sizes, so I made it a corset back. And I shit you not, I just finished the back of this on and then I like went into details about it being a gift. So they cropped the photo, cut off the part where it says just finished the back of this, and it just shows that part. And they go, look, I found this dress on there. They've never made anything, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm in the fucking news for my cosplay, like for my seamstress work. Be so fucking for real. And nobody bothered most people did bother to fact check it, and then they were unfollowing them and being like, okay, so you're just lying out here, right? Because you got caught. But some people really were stupid enough to not fact check it and was like, oh, they've never made anything and they were like, and this back just blends in seamlessly. And I'm like, yeah, it's because I'm actually good at what I do. If you don't know how to do a corset back and you're that low skilled, then just say that, dude. Like, you don't have to lie about other people. Like, you could have just asked me how to do it, because they were like, there's no way anybody could ever do this, and it's like the most basic sewing task ever.
Even YouTube videos can teach you that. Like, there's ways to do so.
Back is so fun. It's like one of the easiest things to do in sewing. It is very beginner level. Some people even do it without a sewing machine. It is that basic, because you just take the zipper out and like sew the sides in, sew the extra piece out, sew some hooks on there, which is what it is some hooks on there, and then sew and just get some ribbon. That's all it is. Like, it is the most basic thing. And they're like, oh yeah, because there's no way to say it. And I'm like, dude, they tried to claim, so what they did is they claimed that I was saying that I made the entire dress. When if you just read the rest of the caption that they cut off, you would have seen that I never claimed I made the whole dress. I just switched it at the back.
Yeah, it's like I think people will try to do everything to try to take out all the credit for certain people. Like, I saw like some people like try to go ahead.
Cameras will go above and beyond to like cover their asses once they get caught stealing. I said they made a 10-minute video just making up shit about me to cover their asses to get people off of them.
Exactly.
For copying.
It's ridiculous. I think people just start shit for no reason because, as I said, they don't like the fact of, oh, guess what? I'm not creative enough, and guess what? Now I'm gonna go ahead and steal somebody else's stuff. Also, we're gonna go ahead and clean up this piece for the PS5, and then we're gonna call this an episode. That's why I despise when people make excuses for AI art. Like, I hate the excuses for AI art.
I did an entire social experiment versus AI art versus code art, because the amount of people who were like, oh, but AI makes it look so seamless and blah blah blah. And I did code art. And you can see my YouTube thumbnails are made from code art. But for a moment, what I did is I changed my bio and I lied and I was like, oh yeah, this is AI art, right? Because people kept saying that code art didn't look as good. And people will believe it. People are like, oh my god, these look amazing, blah, blah, blah. See, this is proof that AI is great. And then I went, joke's on you. I used Python and this is how I made the code art. The code art that you just said was amazing, because I lied and said it was AI just to see, to prove a point. And I had people Did somebody make a fucking video being like, Ribbon's using AI art, I know it, blah, blah, blah. And then when I made the video showing the Python, they got really embarrassed and deleted all their videos and tried to... And for like 3 or 4 days, people were commenting on their stuff, and I was like, so you're gonna address that? Or like... And they were like deleting all the comments. People were screen recording them deleting the comments, pretending it didn't happen. That's a prime example of what you're talking about, with like people just trying to start shit for no reason.
Yeah, it's like I went ahead and called out one of these grifters, like from YouTube. His name is Smash JT. Hate that guy with a passion. Called him out, and I said that he was an embarrassment to both his wife, his kid, and his mother, because this guy was sharing a post in regards to, you know, these grifters using AI art to go ahead and change a character from Spider-Man and make the character attractive to their looks. Like they changed the skin color, they changed the bust of the chest and everything, and they made a bigger chest and everything with that. That's what they did. But note that the character was 16. And
What the fuck?
I called him out. I called out other people for making fun of a developer who happens to be African American, and they called his studio Spear Chucker Studios. Not fucking cool in any type of manner. And then now the guy is having to do things like, and I'm gonna say this straightforward with no fucking issue, because apparently this is what he said on his channel, because he made a whole video that is privated to his subscribers making fun of me and the way I look, where he said, oh, you know what, it don't matter if I see this guy probably in real life, I probably walk the other direction. I'm like, yeah, because you probably wouldn't like me getting to your face. Where in that aspect, and how do I say this? He ends up getting sued because apparently he's harassing someone who is a content creator or a someone who works in the industry, and they're now suing him for money where he had to go into his daughter's saving account. So I'm like, hey man, that's what you get. Oh, I can change the color of my controller plane. But yeah.
Speaking of racist remarks, I have a funny story. So you're talking about the OF stuff earlier. There is a random family that definitely thinks that I am racist because they didn't know the context of the situation.
Okay.
And we were laughing about it because, so for a little context, I do in-person work, not full service stuff, but like dummy sessions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's one day I had a black man as a customer, and we were in the store, and one of his kinks, and he's okay with me telling this as long as I don't say his name. He's like perfectly fine. I've told this story to most people, and I asked him before, where we were shopping, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he likes to be told what to do. He likes to be like a service sub, right? And like taken on shopping trips and like have to carry everything. And I was like going around the aisle, and I'm like pointing for him to get stuff, and then he put something. I didn't realize there was like this family behind us, and he like picks up stuff and he puts it in the cart, and I'm like, good boy. Out of context.
Oh, I get it now.
And at first I was like, why are they giving me a weird look? And then I realized, and he just starts fucking laughing. He thought it was the funniest thing ever. And I'm like, oh my god, this family definitely thinks that I'm some like bigot because I'm calling him a boy, and it's not like that. Like
It's in the other sense, in your job sense. Like I get what you mean.
And it was so awkward. I thought it was the funniest thing ever. And I'm like, it's not funny. Like, this family definitely thinks I'm some asshole. Because I'm like pointing for you to do stuff, and then I'm calling you that, and you're a black man and I am a white person. Like,
yeah, like that's that. I can see where it's very, very confusing on that. So of course you didn't intentionally do that. Of course, duh.
yeah.
But
So like this is part of kink. He is very into praises like that, but like out of, if you're not aware of what's going on, it does not sound good.
Yeah, it's understandable. As I said, it's to a point where it's like, as I said, it's because of the dominatrix thing. But as I said, it's not with intent of trying to like hurt his feelings or being racist.
Yeah.
No, I completely understand that. And
I wasn't gonna walk up to some strangers and be like, "Oh, by the way, this is the kink thing," This is not,
well, no, that's fair. No, that's
There's
absolutely
a random family
fair.
out there that definitely thinks I was calling him a boy in that sense, and it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't in that sense. It wasn't. It was it was in the dominating sense, but like in the way that he would prefer. But as I said, it wasn't in no intent
nothing to do with race.
Yeah, that would be like, I would completely understand like the confusion of that, but like as I say, there was no bad intent to it. So that's what it was. But yeah, that's a weird way to end the episode.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It happens. We have even weirder conversations where sometimes me and Josh get into heated arguments. But all right, guys. Oh yeah, it's probably gonna be a major thing for that. But all right, guys. Definitely leave a like, leave a subscribe. Definitely go ahead and turn on your notification and hit that bell, and stay tuned for another episode of TemGameBoyz.